Hey you guys, so I'm really excited because I purchased an item from Costa. I know I just opened it, but I couldn't wait, but I did not use any of the products. So makeup is skincare freaks. That's so cute. Okay, I like how simple it is. Like, yeah, you have some wrapping paper. And then you have 3 of the products. So I couldn't help myself. So I bought the brown. This is the soulgrazer. It's in the shade Depth. So it's like a warm matte brown. And then I got the mascara in Hypnotize. So I'm excited for that. And then I also got the soulgrazer in Common, so it's like a deep aqua. So I'm excited to try these for y'all today. For most important thing, I already moisturized and I used my vanity cream. This is what I use every single day to keep my skin very moist and hydrating. I'm gonna be using the Drunken Elephant the Be Golden Drops, and I use this as a primer. I just like how it makes my skin glowy, also not too glowy, and it's not sticky at all. And I ran out. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I'm gonna do that. Boom. I'm gonna grab my Anastasia brow gel. That's all I've been doing is just carving them out and making sure that they're sticking up. Let that kind of get dried up for a little bit. I'm not going to use foundation today because I feel like it's going to be a little too heavy for work. Hold on. My brushes are like falling. I need a new. Okay. Boop. Alright. So I'm going to use my Julie's Place bronzer in the shade medium. And I'll grab both. And then we're just going to stamp this in. I thought it was done over the weekend with my brothers watching the Baylor game, so I got a little bit of a tan. Not that much, but I got a little tan. Alright. And then for my blush, I'm going to use the Dior Rosy Glow in Pink Lilacs. I feel like this is like such a pretty shade. Look at that glow. And it's so natural and buildable. I like a lot of blush. Do it on the nose. Boom. Alright. Get that brown I'm gonna grab the Anastasia Brilliant Gel, and that kind of you want your gel to dip for a minute so it could work its magic. But look how pretty that brow is. Pretty brow, pretty brow. All right. All right, for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna grab my bronzer again and just sweep it. Alrighty. Boom. I'm gonna a little bit of shimmer. So we're gonna take my Huda Beauty Pretty Grudge palette. I like this palette. I'm gonna take a Stand Up. And I'm just gonna take my finger and just dab it on. Again, take the brush that I used for the bronzer and the eyeshadow. Blend her up. Boom. My hair looks awful, so just ignore that. Okay. The makeup and things done. I don't really use, I stopped using highlighter. I just use that for like special occasion. But this is kind of pretty much is the makeup. That's empty. The Milani Make It Last. This is like my favorite setting powder. It's drugstore. It's only 16 bucks. It sets your makeup like a dream. So, don't worry though, I have a repurchase, so she's beauty. Alright, now time for the fun. So, I'm gonna be using, I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I'm gonna save the eyeliners for another day. And I'm gonna take my Too Faced Killer liner in the shade Black. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. But that looks so pretty. I'm like, I like that. Alright, they're even. Where's my curling iron? My curling iron. Where's my lash curler? I feel like natural beauty is so much important than caking on a lot of stuff. The main event. The kocas soulgrazer. This is the lengthening lifting peptide mascara. So it's also claimed to be hypoallergenic, and then it's suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lenses. So and I purchased this with my money, so it was like all included with shipping costs, like 75 bucks. The mascara on its own is $28. You could go on the website, Sephora, anything, but I got mine for their website. Ooh, I like the packaging. That's so pretty. Alright, Moment of Truth. Okay, the one is pretty. Let's take some of the excess off. And let's start putting in on our eyelashes. Okay. First of all, I love the application. But I don't really see a difference. Alright, I'm gonna let the first coat kind of dry. Ooh, okay, I like this. Because when you twist it and you hear a click, you know that it's closed right. Sometimes with mascaras, if you don't close it right, it gets dried out. I like that. Okay, so I had a fun idea to put the Costa Soulgrazer up to the test, and we're gonna do it with a drugstore mascara that I tried the other day and that I liked. But this is the Colossal Bubble from Maybelline, and it's this one. I like the packaging. I like the yellow. This is the waterproof one. So again, different bristles, but I do like how it applies. It left my lashes not that clumpy. And like again, I gave it the same effort. I curl my lashes. Look at the difference. You could tell. But I'm going to build them up. I love that. Alright, let's put another coat on the coat side. Again, it all depends on the brush. Okay, and that's with the second coat as well. Okay. I like both, but we're gonna see how much it wears throughout the day. So I'm gonna use my bottom. Just give it a fair chance and see how the kocas wears throughout the day. By the way, the Maybelline Kocas one, it is a I want to say it's a tubing mascara, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. But I like how it kind of leaves everything really good. I'm going to use the kocas one for my bottom eyelash. Okay, I like both though. I really do like. I'm just gonna see how the kocas wears for the first time, because I know I like this. This could be for every day. I want to see how much the kocas are. All right. I have another thing that I want to try, so we're gonna do that. I have like so many lip products. Alright, so I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario, and this is the shade Rich Moth. This is like my everything color. Alright, and for my lipstick, I'm going to use the color Snob from MAC. I'm going to do my makeup as the 90s. Oh. Alright. And then this is what I'm excited. So this is the Pernicious Formula Diamond Plumper. So when I said this does plump your lip, it plumped your lips. But I like it because it actually, look at that. I give it a couple of coats. It's not as intense as the Too Faced lip injectors, but it does give you a nice pout. Good second color. Okay, I feel it started working. It's like a really nice tingling sensation, so it's not as intense. I'm gonna open my. Actually, do I have a little bit of the other one? I have a little bit, so we're gonna spray that one. Again, I'm gonna take a brush and just press over. Don't want my makeup too much. Let this dry down for a little bit. Alright, this is the finished makeup. Like I said, I think I'm gonna wait to see how I like the mascara, but on both sides, you cannot tell the difference. But we're gonna see how it wears today, so I could give you a very honest review. But y'all have a lovely day, and goodbye.